Hey guys, welcome to the next episode. Today I'm going to show you how to create a video from photos in Shotcut. Shotcut is a free open source program for editing videos, and Shotcut is quite easy to use, so I believe you will be able to create a video from photos. So let's start. First of all, once we open Shotcut, we should see something like this over here. So over here you can choose where you want to save your projects, then over here you can write the name of the project you would like to have. So I'm just going to write video 3, and then over here you can change the video mode. So if you set automatic, it will automatically choose the size of the video based on the first video you're going to import to your project, or you can simply choose 720, 1080p or whatever other resolution you would like. So I'm just going to stick with HD 1080p and then hit start. So once you do this, there are a few important things to know. First of all, if we go to view, over here you should have everything turned on over here. As you can see, if you don't see something that I'm gonna mention, that means it's not turned on over here, like filters, timeline, playlist, or whatever other option over here. So make sure everything is on, and then over here from those tabs choose playlist. If you don't see those tabs or you have different view, make sure you chose editing over here. Now let's move to adding our photos to the program. There are two ways of adding it. First of all, when we go to playlist, we need to click open file, and then we can simply choose the photos over here by selecting them and clicking open. And as you can see, they were already added to playlist. Another way is to open the folder where the photos are located and then select the photos you would like to add, so for example this and this one, and drag them over here to playlist. And as you can see, they were also added. So if we double click on any of those, they are opened over here in the preview. So now, once we have our photos in the preview, how to add them to our timeline? Timeline is over here, make sure you have it selected. In order to do that, you can drag it from here to the timeline. And as you can see over here, it was already created here. Or another way is to open it in the preview and then drag it from the preview directly to the timeline. It's simple as that. Now, once we added the photo, over here we have a slider. So you can move this slider to see how many seconds the photo is going to be shown for. As you can see over here, it's 3 seconds at the moment. So you can increase this amount over here. As you can see, it shows how many seconds it's going to be visible for. Let's make it 9 seconds for now. So once we increase the length, another thing we can do is, as you can see over here, this photograph is not filling the whole 1080p frame. So we can increase the size of it. In order to do that, we click on the photo, we make sure the slider is somewhere above the photograph, and then we choose filters, click on the plus, and from this menu over here, we have to find size, position, and rotate, or we can simply type in over here size, and as soon as we do this, it will find size, position, rotate, so just click on it, and as you can see over here, it was already added. So now, in order to increase the size, we can simply increase it over here by enlarging it here, or we can choose the zoom option here and use the slider to increase it or decrease the size. So I'm just going to decrease it so it will fill everything just like this, and we're done with it. So that was the first thing. Another thing is, let's say we want the video to start by fading in from black to this photograph. So how to do it? In order to do this, we need to select the photo again, and then choose filters, plus, and then type in the search box fade. Once we type fade, we have fade in audio and fade in video. So I'm just going to choose fade in video. And then over here you can see there is a shade. So that means it will become visible from black to the photograph. So as you can see, let me show you. As you can see, it was going from black to the photograph color. And of course we can increase the length of it or decrease it by dragging it over here just like I'm doing right now. So let me change it to 2 seconds fade in, for example, and now it will be a little bit longer gradual fade in. Don't mind that it's lagging on the preview. Once you export the video, it will not be lagging at all. So this is how we add fade in from black to the photograph that we added. Now let's add some more photos. So let's go back to playlist and let me add this one, for example. And I want it to be longer and move the slider over here so we see the preview. And as we can see, the photograph is too small to fill the whole frame, so I'm going to increase the size again. So I just go to filters plus size, and then I'm just going to increase the size to just fill it perfectly. Let's say this one is fine. So we've added another photo, and now in order to add some transitions between the first photograph and the second photograph, all we need to do is to move our photograph in this way so it will hover over the previous photograph, and this will create a transition. So let's see, I'm just going to make it like this maybe. And now this part, that means it's a transition. So if I play it, you will see that it's going from one photograph to another slowly. And you can easily increase the length of transition by simply dragging it to be longer, one or the other way. So this is how the transition will look like. And now let's add maybe one more photograph. So let me go back to playlist and let's see on the preview, this or this. So let me add this photograph. I'm just going to drag it over here. I'm just going to increase the length of it, maybe to 9 seconds. And maybe I'm going to increase the length of this one as well, so our transition will be longer. And then I'm going to overlap them, just like this. So this is our transition. At the moment, it looks like that. And now I'm going to show you one more thing, how to make this photograph rotate. So in order to do that, we click on this photograph, we go to filters, plus, and one more time we add size, position and rotate. So once we added our size, position and rotate to this photograph, we can change the zoom and rotation. So let's move the slider to the beginning, maybe over here where the photograph actually starts. And then we need to click over here to add keyframe, and then over here to add keyframe for rotation as well. So as you can see down here, there is size and position and rotation with keyframes. And we are at the moment on keyframes tab. So if you see this at the moment, you can simply click over here to change into keyframes. So right now over here we have some keyframes. So if I click on this one, it's at the beginning of this picture. So over here we can change the zoom of this photograph. So let's say I'm going to set zoom as 159. And then I want to also change the rotation over here to, let's say, -19. And then we would move the slider to the place where we want our rotation and zoom to be different. So let's say over here in this place, I would like the photograph to go back to 110% zoom, and the rotation I would like to be 0. So at the moment, as you can see over here, it will start from something like this, and then it will slowly fade into another photograph that is moving at the same time. So as you can see, we just added an animation to the photo, and the photo is moving and becoming bigger or smaller, depends on how you're going to set it. And then another thing over here are keyframes. So let's say we want our animation to be longer or shorter. You can simply move your keyframes to some earlier point or later point. And if you want to change something, of course, you click on the keyframe and then you can adjust the percentage over here, or click over here and adjust the percentage to whatever you feel is right. So this is how you can add some animations to your photographs as well. Now maybe let me add fade out effect to this one as well. So I'm just gonna hit plus, fade out video. As you can see, the shadow was added. I can increase or decrease the fade out. Let's say I'm gonna make it 1 second. So now the next thing probably you would like to add to your video from photos is some music. So in order to do that, you just have to click over here on those 3 dashes, choose track operations and then add audio track. And this should add audio track below. And now you go to playlist, you need to find the music you want to add and just simply drag it over here to playlist and then drag it to your audio track. And as soon as you did this, as you can see down here, there is an audio track already added. So what we would like to do now is to cut this audio track over here. In order to do that, we just move the slider to the place where we want to cut it. So let's say over here. And then simply click over here on Split at Playhead or press S on your keyboard. And as you can see right now, our audio track was already cut, so I can delete this part by clicking X. And right now my video looks like this, and there is this audio track. So let's add one more thing to our audio track. Let's add some fade out effect. So I'm just gonna go to Filters, Plus, and find Fade Out Audio. As you can see, the shadow was added. We can increase the length of it. Let's say it's 3 seconds. It should fade out and the music should fade out as well. So now, once our video is ready, we can export it. In order to do that, all you need to do is click Export over here. And then on the left side, you have different presets. So just find H.264 main profile and then hit Export File. And when we do this, it will ask where we want to save it. I'm just going to save it here, hit save, and our task is added over here. As you can see, it's already exporting. It can take a few seconds, few minutes, or even a few hours, depends on the size of the video you're going to export. So as you can see, my video was already exported, so let me just show it in folder and then play it for you so you will see how my video looks like. So you've just made your video from photos. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you managed to create your own videos from photos, and remember to hit thumbs up, subscribe our channel and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching.